Courtney Black, we need to have a word.
Low-calorie foods are not your friends.
Today, I'm here to help you understand about the science to do with artificial sweeteners. And again, I know that you hate me at the moment. About 2 years ago, I did make a very insensitive pop to the fact that you've been caught editing your photos online. I apologize, I was drunk. Now let's look at your most recent reel.
And wonder why I had gut issues, I wasn't seeing results in my stomach.
So there are two claims here. One, that sweeteners are bad for fat loss.
You will just see the weight fall off and you will be so much healthier and feel so much leaner.
And the second thing is that sweeteners disrupt your gut.
The amount of sweetener that I was having in my diet, my gut bacteria was being so affected by it.
Let's first of all start off with artificial sweeteners and obesity. But just before we get into the real evidence about sweeteners, you have endorsements with OxyShred, and that has artificial sweeteners in. And there are people within your fitness community, you know, that group you have with 73,000 members, which is very impressive, by the way, that are buying OxyShred with sweeteners in it in a bid to lose weight, which I thought it stopped doing. Now, you could defend yourself and say, oh, I haven't endorsed OxyShred in a year. Fine. But if we go to the link in your bio, you have things on your Amazon store of which you get commission, one of which being Monin Premium Vanilla Sugar-Free Syrup, which again contains artificial sweeteners. So just before we get into the evidence, surely if you were that against artificial sweeteners, you would take down the products of which you get commission of when people buy them, and both of which, those two, contain sucralose, which is an artificial sweetener. Another claim you made in your video is you will be so much healthier and so much leaner if you give up artificial sweeteners. Well, let's look into the evidence. We have a study here of the effects of non-nutritive sweeteners on body weight and BMI. And as we can see down the bottom here, participants who are overweight or obese and adults showed significant favorable weight and BMI differences with non-nutritive sweeteners. In fact, there's quite a lot of evidence that says that having non-nutritive sweeteners can actually benefit fat loss. And I think it goes without saying that if you were to pick a Coke Zero to get a fix for your sweet tooth and have something that doesn't have calories in, it's a bit of a no-brainer. But now let's get into the other point about sweeteners being terrible for your gut, which is the main point of your video, I believe. I can pretty much guarantee that you'll be quoting a study from 2014 done by Suez et al., where we start to see a bit of sweeteners causing genuine gut dysfunction. But there's a problem. This study was done in rodents. So if you are a rat, probably have something to worry about. Now, being a personal trainer, there are several people in the industry that you can go to very quickly. We've got Mike Israetel, Lane Norton, Menno Henselmans, and even recently, Menno has gone to the lengths of creating amazing articles to go through all the nuance of artificial sweeteners. In this one, he goes through every single type of artificial sweetener and the genuine effects that it has on the gut. It's could have taken you 2 minutes. And then even, he comes with receipts and points us in the direction of studies that we can go and look at. For instance, this recent study, randomized, double-blinded, crossover clinical trials. And I quote, "In conclusion, our study showed that aspartame and sucralose did not cause measurable changes in the gut microbiota after 14 days of realistic daily intake in healthy participants. And this is in contrast to many of the microbiome studies conducted in animal models. However, with all animal models, their applicability to human health and disease may be limited." And the last point is this. Of course, the majority of obese people are going to have the sweetened version. Of course, they're going to reach for the Diet Coke or the Coke Zero. They're obese. But just because we can find an association between sweeteners and obese people, it doesn't mean it's the causator of it. You are welcome to have your anecdotal experiences however you want. But when you make blanket statements that are false, that could be easily researched, and that could mislead people to actually make their journey of improving their gut health or becoming less obese more difficult, you're going to get called out. You could have found all of this out within 4 minutes on Google. Please don't be everything that's wrong with the fitness industry. Hope we can make up and be friends again soon. Bye.